Oh, here we go. Eric's favorite. Eric's favorite. Fired up.
Wow.
Friday. No, what's funny is I can't actually hear the music. I have to improvise like I'm dancing. Does it look like
you
I'm
know
on
the
rhythm?
music though? You know
it's in my soul. It's in my soul. I definitely can hear it.
Yeah, so long as you do like
here.
a slow white guy dance, like you've nailed it. Perfect.
Just no sudden movements. Just real slow, side to side. Keep the rhythm.
You guys would be surprised to know I'm actually a phenomenal dancer. Phenomenal dancer.
Having seen you dance, I would be surprised to learn that.
I was expecting to see some dancing at the wedding.
We saw some
a couple weekends ago.
You saw some? You saw me dancing? I started dancing
at the bar. Yes, you did.
At the bar, yeah. I didn't see it at the wedding. Yeah, at the bar I saw.
Eric, nothing that happened at the bar that night counts for anything.
It was
completely erroneous.
Well, I challenge you to dispute the indelible memory that's in my brain.
Legally speaking, some of the things that happened counted. But what's up, everybody? Welcome into a very casual Friday edition. Dude. We are so casual already.
Casual. We only get more casual. Is it possible to be more casual than we are right now?
The Monday mailbag is also very casual, but it gets more casual as the week goes on. It's pretty wild. But we do have a fun show for you guys today. Adam cut some rug. That's such an old person saying too. Like, yeah, it's cuts a rug, man, for sure.
I would say that Adam kind of bends a rug. He sort of like smashes a rug.
This is eroding. One day we're gonna have now what you have done, Eric, against your knowledge, is you have just challenged me to a dance off. And now we are at the DNVR bar. You and I are going to have a dance off of some type.
Well, the thing is that I'm not saying that I am a good dancer. Although, you know what? Much better than you expect. Much better than you expect.
I love it. I can't wait for it. We're presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Use promo code DNVR when you do. I was very disappointed. I'm going to tell you, I was very disappointed to find out that I cannot bet on Slovenia to beat Lithuania this weekend on DraftKings. I don't. What's the deal, Draft? Maybe tomorrow it'll pop up or something. But right now, I could not find it.
I was trying to bet on, or I was thinking about betting on the Euro Cup going on right now. DraftKings had a prop Italy and Belgium to both score. I should have taken it because I'm pretty sure it's 1-1 right now. If I'm not mistaken.
Man, you rue the day you passed that one up.
I love nothing is better than looking at the result that's already gone in your favor and been like, I was going to do that. I knew it.
I really was though. No, I really was. I really was. No
if you were going to, then you should have. You could have.
I've got a little gun shy with my bets recently because I'm on a bit of a cold streak.
Oh boy.
So it kind of came to a head when Giannis got hurt, and I lost every bet that game because Giannis got hurt.
I wish I could relate. Well, didn't DraftKings paid out that boost?
Oh, did they?
Oh, they did?
Double. Yes, you got paid for that, my man. It looks like an L, but if you look at your statements and transactions, they made a whole big thing about it. DraftKings, #1 sportsbook in America. They
paid out a Giannis double even though he didn't get it. Like he didn't have enough rebounds by the time he got hurt.
He had 8 rebounds at the time of injury. It was an assurance that it was going to happen.
This is starting to sound like people talking about their fantasy teams and like, so we're going to keep it moving.
Dude, everyone on here was affected by this. Everyone watching, everyone took that bet.
Everybody had that bet. Yeah.
So I've got D-Line over here.
Hey guys,
I feel like I was going to say more, but I did not.
Yeah. I mean, I've already talked for 11 minutes, and I was on Three Ring Circus today. I'm branching out well beyond the Nuggets realm. I'm bringing absurdity and hilarity and just overall annoyance to all of the beats.
It shows how respected you are in the company, that you are invited on every show. Everybody loves Eric.
It also might just show how he's just always around the office, so he's always available to be a guest.
That's what I explained, is that essentially my role is now become warm body. So that as soon as you need a warm body on your show, like, look no further.
Yeah. You got a second career if this DNVR thing doesn't work out as a cuddler. I could see you as one of those guys you hire to come and just cuddle you for a while.
That sounds like a little moonlighting. Who needs to have a second career?
That's so true. And then, of course, the man who's, believe it or not, Harrison is actually at the bar today, not as a DNVR Nuggets employee, as a model. Yep. He is there as a model.
I keep hiring Harrison as a model.
My second modeling gig. Looking forward to it. So let's see what happens.
We're all looking forward to it. So we got a lot of random stuff going on today, but first, guys, so we're going to talk about Serbia and Slovenia. Both have big weekends. They can punch their ticket to the Olympics, which would be great. Marcus Howard gets engaged. I guess that was all I was going to say about that, so maybe I shouldn't have teased it. There was a Ben Simmons rumor, a trade proposal. Apparently, the phones are ringing off the hook for Ben Simmons.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You won't believe the trade that was proposed. Not that great. I look at it and I go, is that the going rate? I don't think it is, but we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll talk a little 4th of July, top 3 players that both represent who we are as people. But first, guys, it's World UFO Day. Happy World UFO Day.
What?
Yeah.
Did you know that the year is exactly 50% complete today?
Is it really?
At the exact one. And you chose to lead with the UFO Day.
World UFO Day. Not just, it's not just America. We have like 4th of July for America this weekend, but World UFO Day. It's for all over the world.
We all celebrate the same year, too.
The day when the first UFO was spotted, or what's the significance of July 2nd?
There just was no other holiday, I think. I don't know.
I would like to point out that it is also the midway point for the entire world, not
That's what I'm
just
saying.
the United States.
Definitely not a United States thing.
I was more talking about just, 4th of July, which is my favorite holiday, the top holiday. I'm actually very excited. I'm not kidding. 4th of July is my favorite holiday. I'm mildly patriotic. It's not so much that. It's just that it is, as you pointed out, the halfway point of the year, which is like the middle of summer, and the sun is up almost all the time. We're only a week and a half removed from the solstice, and it's usually when you get to do some awesome stuff all weekend. So it's a very optimistic time of year for me personally.
Yeah, it's a lot of booze drinking, hot dogs / glizzy consuming. It's a lot of, if you're me in college, it's a lot of walking drunkenly to go see the fireworks and then dropping a large canister of beer that you were drinking illegally on a child.
On a child.
Yeah, it's not a happy moment of my life. I'm just telling you what happened.
For me, it's funny you do the glizzies. It's always carne asada this weekend. So great, so fantastic. A true American eating Mexican food. Harrison, it's 4th of July big in the Wind household?
Not in the Wind household. In my personal household, though. Like my perfect 4th of July, like not my family's household, my personal apartment. Yeah. My perfect 4th of July, Wash Park, glizzies.
Oh, baby. Talk to me. Slow it down.
Yeah. Some type of White Claw, Truly,
all right.
Fresh Brew.
This is a new tradition.
Yeah. And yeah, just a bunch of friends, so some good company. Like that is the perfect July 4th.
Adam, were you invited to this?
No, it wasn't. Were you?
Just curious about the good friends part of that sentence.
well, that's actually a good segue, because I don't have any firm plans for July 4th yet. I don't have any firm plans. Like that is my ideal July 4th.
He's backpedaling. Here's what he's doing here.
I don't have any firm plans. I have no idea what I'm doing this weekend.
I will point out that Harrison has hosted the show twice in the last 2 weeks, and both times when I was gone, and both times he said, "You guys are my good friends." And every time I've been on show, he's never said that. So now I know where it comes from. I've taken note of this thing, Harrison. You owe me, as your boss, I'm like Michael Scott. You have to have me over now to your house for a very uncomfortable dinner, an extremely uncomfortable dinner. That's now your obligation. No, I'm only teasing. This weekend, though, guys, all right, enough of the American pride and the weekend. We have to move to our second countries, Serbia and Slovenia. Serbia, it's funny because I haven't been following. I was talking to Miroslav and Voya and Ice Cave guy and Milan, and I was talking to them about they were mentioning all these things about the Euro qualifiers. And I was like, you guys don't understand how little we even hear about it. Like you have to actively look for what's going on. I didn't even realize they were playing till after somebody was like, Vlatko has 12 points at the half, and I'm like, oh, he's playing. So you have to really actively search out this, but. This weekend, just to kind of give you the lowdown here, Serbia has the easiest ones. They have 2 games. They got to win to get into the Olympics, and they play Puerto Rico, and then the winner of Italy and the Dominican Republic. The only guys I think you're going to know from either team are on Italy. You've got Nico Mannion and Nico Melli. So you got those 2 guys. Yeah, that's the powerhouse that Serbia is going to have to go through.
Nico Mannion? Is he he's not like Andres. He's just like this is like somewhere in his lineage, and he's just like has an opportunity to play.
No, I think it's in his lineage.
Like he is like, did he grow up in Italy? Does he have Italian speaking parents?
I mean, he look a little Italian? Like
no, here I would have guessed Scottish.
Yeah, me too. Like, and he's terrible, so I would have guessed Scottish also for that.
Well, he's good for an Italian, Eric.
Don't let Danilo Gallinari hear you say that, or Andre for that matter.
Gallo, by the way, man, I have to give him a little shout. Like Gallo was on the 2013 Nugget squad that was, very underrated, overachieving, if you will. Then he was on that Clippers team right before the big shakeup. Remember when they got blown out and ended up getting blown out by Golden State like everybody else did, but they were really good. He was on that team, no stars, and now he's on this Hawks team. And I don't think it's a coincidence. Gallo is most of the guys that are like Gallo end up getting massively overpaid, and that's where it's like, oh, he's good, but he's not quite that good. Gallo's the guy that hasn't really been overpaid. He stayed at the level he's supposed to be, but he makes your team really good.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah, Nico Mannion was born in Italy, by the way. But Gallo, man, Gallo right now, he looks like a guy who has just never stretched in his life. When he runs up and down the floor, the guy is the stiffest player in the league. Like he's so freaking stiff. Like I just want to see like Gallo just stretch out a little before the game.
Well, he's like
just a little bit.
He's probably one of the most uniquely shaped human beings walking this earth. Like I don't know if there's another person that has Danilo Gallinari's exact measurements. He has like really big arms. His legs aren't that big, but he's I don't know. There's something about him. He's the way that he's shaped. Like he's got sort of a lumbering quality about him.
Do we know? Would Gallo play if they? I guess Italy's not going to make it though, guys. What are we doing here? Talking to the Serbs. They're very confident that Serbia will get through. So take that for what you will. Very confident. The Nuggets were going all the way. Very confident in general, Serbia.
I think Serbia's feeling good because I don't know if you saw the box scores from their first qualifying game. But Boban is just a beast. Boban's just absolutely dominating this qualifying round. The guy had like 25 and 12, I think, in their recent win over the Philippines. He's just dominating.
I saw a couple clips of him doing his patented dunk while not leaving the ground.
He's a great player in these Olympic settings, I feel like.
I love Boban. Speaking of dominant, Slovenia now has actually they've got Luka, and I saw some highlights. Like Luka dominates Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, right? Like, he puts those guys on skates. I saw him in one Olympic qualifying. He got roughly, without exaggeration, 9 feet of separation on his step back on some guy guarding him. And I was looking at this and I'm like, man, an international team's trying to guard Luka like this. Not even in the Olympics, but in the qualifying to get into the Olympics. It's like, come on, man, this isn't fair. But our guy Vlatko Cancar also tearing it up for Slovenia. So it's kind of funny to think they have on the FIBA website the banner for each team, and it gives you the top 3 guys. And Vlatko, number 2 top guy for the Slovenia team. It's kind of funny to see. But him and Luka, they've got Venezuela, which they should handle very easily, and then Lithuania. So one of Slovenia or Lithuania is going to get out of the playoffs. Of course, Lithuania has Big Val. They've got Sabonis. I have a feeling that game will be pretty good. I texted some of my Lithuanian friends, and they said, oh, Slovenia is going to kill us.
Yeah, because this is the classic thing that Lithuania is running up against. There seems to be a disconnect in terms of how international coaches use NBA players, in Olympic tournaments versus how they're used in the NBA. You would think Domantas Sabonis would be absolutely dominant in these games, but he's not. He's just not, because he's just not used the same way. So if he was if Rick Carlisle was coaching Domantas Sabonis like he will be next year, I think they'd have a much better shot. But I just don't think the coaching is optimizing NBA players in the same way. We've seen that before.
Yeah. Are you? Do you have any interest? Is there any chance you're going to stumble across Slovenia, Lithuania this Sunday, Eric?
I have interest in interesting basketball. I think that's cool. I don't know. I've seen 0 of these qualifiers, as you've mentioned. You have to dig and search to try and find out when they're happening. But I mean, let's not rule it out. Who knows? Although there's another equally good chance, probably a better chance that I won't see a second of it, and we'll just talk about it on Monday.
I was thinking, man, it'd be so fun to have watch parties at the bar, and I'm sure we will for the Olympics, for like if Slovenia advances and Vlatko's in there, we'll probably, I don't know how many guys will show up, but we'll try to make something fun events of those games. And, Argentina, of course, we'll get there and cheer on our guy Facu. So we'll probably do those things, but I don't think there is for this one. There's definitely not on. I'm almost certain they're not on television, so we can't get them at the bar. Like you probably have to go to one of those illegal streaming services to get Vlatko.
I think they should be on like ESPN3.
ESPN3, the trade.
And we just get the entire bar just gets a virus. We just shut down.
No, it's not a virus, man. It's just on the Watch ESPN app. Come on, it's not that hard.
I'm excited to watch. I would like to watch Vlatko in a big role, though. Like, think about how weird. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing. He is in a pretty big role. He's starting. He's probably Slovenia's second best player. Like, if we're being honest, behind Luka. And it's funny. Like, you go onto the FIBA website for this Slovenian qualifying tournament, and the headline story is asking the question, who's going to be the MVP of the Slovenian portion of the qualifying tournament? And it just has a picture of Luka Doncic. Yeah, we all know who the MVP is going to be. But Vlatko, I think, is the second best player on this Slovenian team. He's starting. He's, playing big minutes. I think he's been in double figures in each of these last two games, 10 plus points. So he's going to have a big role.
Is there anything he could do, Harrison, in this Olympics, not just this weekend, but in this Olympics, that would make you think are we underutilizing Vlatko?
Probably not. Unfortunately, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I mean, what are we talking about here?
I think Vlatko's solid, man.
He is solid.
Is he a
No,
playoff
he
player?
is.
I don't know, but when we keep talking about does Denver need to add, what if JaMychal doesn't come back? We got Zeke Naji, and who do they feel like? Is it that crazy to think that Vlatko could be one of your backup bigs that's in the rotation every year or every game and plays 15 minutes? Can he not be that? And you could spend money elsewhere?
I mean, he's played well. I wouldn't say he's played spectacularly in his NBA minutes.
But do you need spectacular from that role is kind of my point.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like his limited minutes there's probably I don't know.
It's hard, huh?
Yeah, let's try it. I don't know.
I'm fine with Vlatko in the rotation every other game, every third game. I think I'm good with that. Do I want him playing 15 plus minutes every night? I don't think so. But
what's the point of him being on the team? Neither of you seem to have any confidence that he's going into his third year that you could play him unless there's an absolute emergency.
That's the reason. Yeah.
But that role usually doesn't stick around for more than a year or two. Usually you're cycling through trying to find a guy that can be more than that, and your third string is really a breaking case of glass. I'll be honest, I like Vlatko. I don't think he makes mistakes. He's not great, and there's going to be matchups where he can be exploited, but I don't think there's a lot of backup matchups where he can be exploited. So to me, I think I wouldn't mind seeing him play a little bit more. I don't think he's a liability.
I like Vlatko. Yeah, I like Vlatko too. I just wouldn't want to play him 20 minutes a night.
Yeah, I would say he doesn't worry me, but he also doesn't excite me. So I don't know where that leaves us.
It leaves you with Zeke Naji playing 27 minutes a game, which is
that excites me. I'm excited about that.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what we want to see. So anyway, those are the games that are happening on. Why don't we take a break? On the other side, though, we are going to talk about this Ben Simmons trade that just blew my mind. That was the trade? We'll talk about it and then talk about whether Denver has any reason to be excited about it as well. Oh, I need my music, huh?
Yeah, let's get the music going.
I forgot I'm also DJing this right now. Here we go.
How casual is this Friday?
It's too casual. Way too casual. You guys need to tighten up.
You guys, Solace Meds has a really awesome July 4th sale going on. You can buy 3 products, get your 4th for only 10 cents on the entire store. You walk into Solace Meds, walk into any one of their 4 locations. You can walk into the one in Fort Collins, the one in Wheat Ridge, one off of Broadway, or the one just blocks away from the DNVR bar on East Colfax. Pick out 3 items, buy them, and then you can buy your 4th for just 10 cents. You can get that on any product in the entire store, they say. They've also got a lot of really other great deals for July as well. So make sure to stop in the Solace Meds. Again, 4 locations, one in Fort Collins, one in Wheat Ridge. one off of Broadway, one just blocks away from the DNVR bar on East Colfax. Also, if you drop the code DNVR20, first off, you're going to get 20% off your purchase. They're also just going to treat you like a VIP. If you just mention the name DNVR, if you drop the code DNVR20, you're an instant VIP at Solace Med. So stop in there today. Get 20% off your entire purchase with that code DNVR20. And also make sure to stop in the Green Mountain Dental Group today if you're looking for some place to get your teeth cleaned. A lot of us here at DNVR, we go to Green Mountain Dental Group to get our teeth cleaned, get cavities filled, get our wisdom teeth out. They're great people. They're great at what they do. They care about you as a customer. When you schedule a cleaning, x-ray, and exam with Green Mountain Dental Group today, they're going to give you a free Sonicare toothbrush, top of the line electric toothbrush that will hopefully lead to less dentist visits in the long run. So stop into Green Mountain Dental Group today, get a cleaning or get a free Sonicare toothbrush when you sign up for a cleaning, x-ray, and an exam.
Okay, so we're back here. Oh, I gotta pause the music now because I can't hear it. We're back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast.
Pro, dude. Such a pros pro.
Doing it all today, guys. Doing it all. We're back here, and I see we have NW Nuggets fan behind stage. Are you doing the steps tonight? Is that right? NW, you can nod. Yeah, he's doing the steps, so I might leave you in backstage for just a minute, see if anybody else pops in here for the second segment.
Look how confident he looks, though.
Oh, he's so confident, man. He's so confident. Almost cocky. Look at how cocky he looks.
Actually, I don't like how he's hanging out. Like, I'd like him to have a real attitude adjustment.
It's so true. All right, Kale, go ahead and pull up the trade I sent you that was reported for Ben Simmons today. I was shocked. Was it Damian Lillard? Was it Jimmy Butler? Who was it? Who are these?
Did you watch Ben Simmons in the playoffs?
I haven't seen it. Malcolm Brogdon and a first rounder.
Interesting.
And it says a first rounder. So we're talking about Indiana's, which is slightly better than Denver's first rounder. My first takeaway was, okay, this is early. Like, no trades can happen now anyway. This is the initial offer.
Just feeling it out.
Just feeling it out. We're nowhere close to what we're getting at. But that being said, what is the Denver equivalent of Malcolm Brogdon and a first rounder?
It's not Monte. Malcolm
Brogdon is good. Yeah, what are you guys
really
talking about? Malcolm Brogdon scored 21 points per game last year.
He's
on
good.
Really good efficiency.
He's good.
He's damn good.
Well, he's good. He did have a pretty good efficiency as the third best player on a non-playoff team. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, that's at least a 1-to-1. Like, they're getting a point guard back. That's like not that dissimilar from Ben Simmons, except for that he can shoot.
Kale, why don't we bring on? We got some people coming in the chat here. We'll hear them riff with us. It looks like Bucket, friend of the show, Bucket is on here. What's up, Buckets?
What's up?
All right, Harrison, you were having something here. You were going to say about Malcolm Brogdon here. I know he's your guy.
No. He's not my guy. But my first reaction to this trade is it's not that terrible of a deal, I feel like.
I don't think so either. I honestly don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's that bad of a deal for Philly.
Ben Simmons is the most underrated player in the NBA right now. Like, he might be broken. That is true. He might be broken, but he could be fixed. And the things that are great about him are incredible. I mean, he might be the single best most versatile defender in all of the NBA and the single best perimeter defender. That might be a thing that he is. He's a great transition player, great passer. I mean, he just, like I said, he's a little broken right now, but
that's the issue is he's broken. Like, this is where you're like, oh man, this is a Lamborghini. Like, it doesn't run. It has no tires. It requires like a year in the G League to.
It's more like the question is the Lamborghini owner, not a mechanic. He's like, I don't know, it's not working. And then the mechanic's like, you know what? I'll give you $5,000 for it. It's going to take a lot of work. Really, all it needs is a new starter. Got a new starter. Boom, car's already restored. That might be like it. What do you think, Buckets? Is Simmons broken beyond repair?
I mean, it's still early in his career, so we'll see. He could get better, but I have a crazy idea. What if you treat him like a starting pitcher in baseball, where you just say, all right, you're our guy for the first 40 minutes of the game, and then sign like a Jamal Crawford type player.
A closing point guard? A closer. Wow.
Why not?
If you are concerned about Ben Simmons' confidence right now, if he plays the first 40 minutes and then just knows he's going to be benched for the last 8 minutes of a game,
you can still bring him in for defense like they did Plumlee.
It's so funny. You know what though? You know who else was like this? My least favorite great player of all time, Shaquille O'Neal. The reason I say this, people say Shaq, or he says, I was the most dominant player ever. But in the what people I think about is in this like 3-year window where they three-peated, the Lakers three-peated, he was the most dominant. That's actually not true. Even in that era, there were moments like Ben Simmons where it's like, we got to get Shaq off the court. We can't do this or that. Like, they blew a lot of teams out, but they also had some real weaknesses. I mean, they went to a Game 7 during the most dominant period they went to 2 Game 7s with Kobe and Shaq at the height of their powers. So what it was he was dominant at things. If you didn't have a stop for him, like if you didn't have an answer for him, then he just would crush you. But if you had an answer for him, then like, okay, you made him work and it could be a little bit more of a level playing field. But same thing, close game down the stretch, hack and Shaq, that's where it started. And teams had success actually doing that against him. So even Shaquille O'Neal, this was true of. Ben Simmons he's not Shaq, but he's really freaking good.
Shaq is not your primary ball handler. You're not relying on Shaq.
Neither is Ben Simmons.
But that's how he's been used. I mean, like that's the problem is that they're looking for their point guard to be able to make a free throw. Like that's a problem.
What Ben Simmons did in the playoffs was he would dribble the ball up the floor, dribble handoff with Joel Embiid, and then just go stand under the basket for the entire possession. And like, he can flourish in that role, I think, if you use him the right way and if the offense operates in the right way. But when he would get the ball under the basket, like, he still was afraid to shoot it. Like that was the problem. You were playing 4-on-5 in the half court with Ben Simmons last year in the playoffs.
All right, let me throw a scenario out there for you. Let's just say you have a average, low, like minimum shooting guard. So he shoots threes, but he's not great. All right. And then you have Murray in one corner, Michael Porter in the other, and you run a pick and roll with Jokic and Ben Simmons, where Jokic is the ball handler, Ben Simmons is rolling to the basket. You literally can't defend that action without switching the 4-5, and there's no 4 in the NBA that can guard Jokic. I think it would give you an automatic weapon or an automatic like go-to action that uses. I mean, Denver and Philly are so different; they're polar opposites in a lot of ways. So, to me, it's worth visiting. That being said, I don't think the Nuggets are going to pay this any attention. I really don't. But I do want to know, Buckets, in your opinion, what is equal value for Brogdon and a first, like Denver's equivalent of that offer?
Oh, Denver's equivalent?
I just want to set a baseline of like what type of calls are being made right now.
I guess probably MPJ straight up.
Okay, let's try to keep MPJ, Porter, and Jokic. Let's try to keep those guys.
Oh, I don't think we can beat that offer then.
Really? There's nothing you can give that would beat that offer?
If we were saying we have to keep our core 4, just the rest of the roster and picks, we don't have a better player than Brogdon outside of those 4.
Okay. Aaron Gordon, Will Barton, and a first. You don't think that's like an equivalent package?
Oh, if you're including Gordon, then yeah.
Yeah, Gordon's not. Yeah, Gordon can go.
But the thing about Brogdon is that's the type of player that Philly needs, though. Aaron Gordon is not at all the type of player that Philly needs. Like they need a lead ball handler who can run pick and roll. Like that's what they need.
But let's just do this though, like on value for a second, because you could always rope in a third team that's like, hey, we do need Gordon. So then Gordon goes to Minnesota and Malik Beasley goes to like you can make it end up working to a way that would work out there. I just think that. Like Barton, Gordon, and a first is the same as Brogdon and a slightly better first, like 6-7 spots ahead of first. To me, that's equal. Now it got rejected, but it just makes me think like if we're in the ballpark, you can always add a second first. You could always add another prospect. And if Denver could somehow get to a Ben Simmons with your big 3 still intact, even though it'd probably only last a year before you had to go like into the super tax and probably trade off one of your pieces to get picks back and other things back. Why wouldn't you do it? That foursome, nobody else matters. No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't at a certain culture and stuff that matters at a certain point. But when you get to a point where you can just be like, wow, we have 4 all-stars that fit. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Simmons needs to go to Orlando also. Like that just needs to be the rehab center for all broken 76ers starting guards, like where nobody's paying attention. You can just slowly work your game back up. They're not like threat. The Nuggets are in a place where they like need to get the right guy right now. And like Simmons, I feel like could absolutely be rehabilitated, but like not on our timeline, man. Like we don't have time for this.
You don't want a project.
We're acting like he's broken as a shooter. Just he's not going to be shooting like that part. Maybe he gets the confidence to do it, but I don't even think he needs it.
He was broken in a way that it just like led every NBA conversation. Like, how is this guy in the league? Like it was so bad. The conversation was so toxic around Ben Simmons.
I'm telling you, though, it was partly toxic, though, again, because you had the beloved – the 76ers it's called the process, and Joel Embiid actually calls himself the process. Like he is taking 100% of the love from the Philadelphia fan base. He was also in part to blame. Doc Rivers was also in part to blame. Tobias Harris was also in part to blame. Yeah. Ben Simmons caught all of it. He is just capturing every single piece of the blame here when, in my opinion, it shouldn't be. This is the perfect time to try to trade a player, like to try to grab that player because it's ruined between them. His value's so low. To me, I think you guys are all crazy.
The reason why I don't think Ben Simmons would work in Denver, or he could work. He could work. The biggest reason why I don't think he would is because Ben Simmons wants to be a point guard. He sees himself as a point guard. He sees himself as that guy. And in Denver, he'd have the ball in his hands at most the third most amount of time behind Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. I don't think that sits well with Ben Simmons at all. I don't think he'd be happy here, even if his skill set could be optimized in a Nuggets offense. So I would much rather go into next playoffs with Aaron Gordon instead of Ben Simmons.
I don't think he's what like you guys think. One, I think he'd touch the ball a lot more. I mean, he basically would be in Will Barton's role in terms of like volume, and Will Barton touches the ball plenty. And then also think about your bench lineups all of a sudden become MPJ, Simmons, Murray. Jokic is off, and all of a sudden you get to run lineups like that. Now he is your lead ball handler with two elite shooters. It's unstoppable. It's insane.
I don't think that's how he'd see it, though.
Adam has just wanted Ben Simmons forever. Now that he's broken, now he's just like filling in every gap.
I know how this is going to play. I know exactly how this is going to play. He is going to get traded to a team and all of a sudden be awesome, like third in MVP voting, awesome caliber player.
Well, that's the thing. He's awesome in the regular season. Like he will be awesome in the regular season again, even if he's in Philly. But like the difference between Will Barton and Ben Simmons is one of those guys is a threat. The other just isn't.
It's the chat, by the way, is on fire. You guys are being hilarious today. Kelly, you got to highlight these guys that keep setting in this fire. But yeah. So here, I think Simmons is a lot better. He's not that guy, but I love that one. He's not that guy for sure. But I think he can be that guy once again. Now you talked about motivation and what does he want, this or that. Let me give you a sweet little, actually, Buckets, let me hop you backstage real quick. We got another guy, and I want to bring this one to him. It's our guy, Lycos. Go ahead and bring Lycos on. Loser of the steps from last week, a complete loser.
How can you even show your face here, Lycos?
It takes a loser to know a loser. So, Lycos, you can
I blame it all on the beer. So
yeah. That's actually probably fair. That's probably a pretty fair thing to blame it on.
I hope that I will get a rematch one day.
Rematch? Probably not. No, you probably will. My dog's barking. Hey, will you shut up? Hey, knock it off.
Could this show be any more casual? Harrison's not being shown.
Here's the thing I want to ask you. So you talked about motivation. What about the motivation to up and prove the 76ers and their fan base wrong? The thing about Nurkic when he got traded and it was like, he's not our – it reminds me of that in some ways where everybody loved Jokic, nobody loved Nurkic. He felt it like this or that, and he wanted to prove everybody wrong. You come to Denver, you're with Jokic, you get to be like, hey, I'm playing alongside the best big man in the NBA, and all of a sudden he's great and all the synergy and everybody loves Ben Simmons. Like, wouldn't that be the greatest revenge is living your best?
I really don't know. I just want to keep the core together. I don't know if sorry Harrison. I don't know if Ben Simmons is really worth giving up MPJ or anybody. Maybe Bol. I don't know.
Yeah, like would I give up Marcus Howard? Maybe.
Yeah,
I would consider it. I'd look into our two-way player being available.
Marcus, maybe Marcus, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's just like Ben Simmons is just he's all about him, man. He really, really is. He's just all about him. He's all about his image. He's all about how he's perceived by others. His brand is so like perfectly and carefully been curated over time, and he's gonna want to go to a place where like yeah, he can definitely rehab it and whatnot. I just don't think it's Denver.
Who would you say is more all about Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons or Adam Mares?
I'm just surprised by that. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm surprised by this guy. I think he's really good. I'm going to go on record. If somehow you could, I don't think Denver's interested, just so you know. So this is purely hypothetical. And if they were, I'm not even sure. This price tag is not going to be the final price tag. Remember with Drew Holiday? All the rumors that were coming out were so low, and then all of a sudden it's like 5 first-round picks or whatever. It's like, okay. I think Simmons will be like that. The price will actually go beyond. Like, you would have to include a Murray or MPJ. But that being said, I'm telling you, if you could get him without it, no brainer. Nuggets win. They win big. And then you win for 2 years. You have to trade one of those guys off to avoid the repeater tax, but you end up trading Ben Simmons, and you get back like 5 first-round picks, and you get a bunch of value because all of a sudden Ben Simmons is the finals MVP. And it's incredible.
Wow. What is this universe stuff, man?
Yeah. He's got to be on the court in the fourth quarter to be a finals MVP, though. So that'd be tough.
I'm telling you, Lonzo Ball and Ben Simmons. I'm going to be right on both of them. Once they get out of their terrible situations, they're both going to be incredible.
No.
Lonzo Ball is in his second terrible situation. How many terrible situations must he escape?
But he
just
was
until he ends up here.
His terrible situations were both created by the same team. Like they took one terrible situation and they just moved it to another city. It's the same situation, just in a different uniform for Lonzo. Anyway, I can't believe I'm alone. Me and Ray are the only ones here. Everybody else is telling me to stop. I want to stop mixing drinks. Like, people are really just giving it to me. But
Ben Simmons is going to be really, really good next regular season, just like he was last regular season. He's going to be really, really good until push comes to shove in the playoffs. That's when he'll stop.
Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for Kings 2.0. I'm waiting for Vasilije Micic is staying in Europe, so he's not coming to an NBA this year. But we're waiting for Petrushev. Yeah, we're waiting for Filip Petrushev, and I think that he would really suit Denver next season, as you know, 4 or 5 when Jokic is out.
Yeah, could he be a regular backup center? Do you think?
Yeah, I think he played at where he played. He played in Gonzaga.
Yeah, he played at Gonzaga and he played with Mega this last year.
Yeah. He was, from the land of MVPs. He was the MVP of the ABA League, Adriatic League. Yeah. So, I'm a base Serb, and I would like to see that. But I think that he would really, really be handy here if Denver could get him as a pick or some pick trades. I don't know. He has a plan to go to draft, but I don't know what his position will be or anything.
Last thing I'll say, I see a lot of people saying keep the core together. I mean, Denver's done this for 5 years, and while it's worked out swimmingly for a long time, we just saw a Phoenix Suns team not keep their core together and cash in and get all the way. Like, I do think we're at a point where there's only one step left. I don't know if there is any skipping steps from here. There's literally only one left, so you can't skip that. It's just whatever they do next is the final step.
MPJ is a wild card, man. I really, the guys from Denver Serbia podcast and everybody, we are just like, will he ever be able to handle the ball well, to drive well? If he gets that to some mediocre, part, he will be excellent. But
Dempsey thinks it's happening this summer. He thinks it's a one summer, and here he comes back. He's going to be Kyrie Irving.
God, I hope so.
Well, we'll find out. Why don't we hit a break? Because on the other side, we have 2 of our favorite segments to hit, which are going to be, of course, Online with D-Line and the Steps. So we'll hit our last break. Oh, wait, I forgot I'm on audio again. Here we go. Boom. Little audio break. Lycos, good stuff, buddy.
Hey, study your Nuggets trivia for next time.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
We don't want to start an international incident with your poor showing on the Steps.
Right now, DraftKings Sportsbook, you guys can still turn $1 into $100 in site credits when you sign up using the code DNVR. That's right. Pick any basketball team that's still in contention. Bet $1. If that team wins, you take home a cool $100 in site credits. DraftKings, they've got a lot of other promotions, tons of odds boosts going on every day besides that offer as well. So make sure to download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code DNVR when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 in free credits. Bet on the basketball team of your choice to win their next game. If they do, you will claim $100 in free credits. But remember, you have to use the promo code DNVR. Only for a limited time, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, must be 21 or older, Colorado only, new customers only, wager paid out, in-site credits, restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Who would you put that money on tonight, by the way? Who would it be tonight?
Is there a game tonight?
No.
Yeah, there is.
Tomorrow night?
No, it's tonight. It's tonight. There was. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Not
Back-to-back.
tonight.
That would be
Not
back to
tonight.
back.
No, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
I
Sorry.
think I've gone 0 for 3 on these last 3 games. But if I had to put money on somebody for Game 6, I might take Atlanta. In Game 6.
No way, dude. The Hawks are drawing dead. Trae Young's not going to play again. He's got these bone spurs. He's not going to play again. And now the Bucks were like, oh wait, we're way bigger than this team. Like, why don't we just go in and just score?
We're just gonna feed Brook Lopez every time.
Yes.
Maybe Atlanta will make a decision to make their threes this time, though. I mean, that's also a thing that could sway.
You can't make that decision. You can make the decision to just impose your will as an ogre or a giant.
I kind of like Atlanta at home in Game 6. Then I like Milwaukee in Game 7. So yeah, download DraftKings. Use the code DNVR to bet $1, win $100. At Hassel Cattle Company right now, DNVR listeners can get a buy 3, get 1 free deal on the Hassel Cattle Company flank steaks. Super delicious, super lean, very flavorful. You can buy 3, get 1 free with the code DNVR flank at HassleCattleCompany.com. They're only $9.99 a piece, so really affordable. And like I said, really flavorful, super tasty. Buy 3, get 1 free with the code DNVR flank at HassleCattleCompany.com. You can also use the code DNVR10 for 10% off your entire order. Finally, make sure to check out Illegal Pete's. If you're looking for a good burrito, quesadilla, nachos, tacos, they got the works at Illegal Pete's, of course. They also stir your burrito. They do you the courtesy of stirring your burrito for you. And shout out to them for that. Right now at Illegal Pete's, they got happy hour at all locations from 3 to 6 p.m., $1 off drafts, $1 off house and corn style margs, tons and tons of deals, $1 off large chips and queso. They give you chips and salsa just if you're drinking at the bar. That earns a lot of points in my book.
Unbelievable.
They do that at all 6 of their Illegal Pete's locations. So make sure to check out Illegal Pete's.
You guys are so right about chips and salsa. That is the key to any appropriately rated Mexican restaurant experience.
Yeah. If they're not giving you chips and salsa
What are
when
we
you
doing?
sit down,
What are we doing?
it's just not acceptable.
What was that? A new logo. Look at this thing, you guys.
Online with D-Line. With
Online
D-Line.
With D-Line. With D-Line. That is great. I like the secondary one here.
Yeah.
Why don't we bring Buckets back?
Oh, boy.
Buckets, have you spent any time online these days?
Yeah, Buckets. How are you spending your time these days?
Only with D-line.
Oh, well, welcome. Welcome aboard. Guys, as Adam said, what has been going on online these days? I have spent a lot of my time online, and I found some interesting entries that I think you might find interesting as well. Kale, why don't we key up the first one? This is sort of mixed up, so let's just see what happens together at the same point in time. Milwaukee Bucks. What do we like? We got to play this. Look at this jet. Like, you know, I always rail against adult men wearing basketball jerseys with no shirt underneath. Holy smokes!
Wow.
This guy clearly a bodybuilder looking for any excuse to take his shirt off. How do we feel about this, guys?
Threatened? I don't know, like a scared, uncomfortable.
Yeah,
this guy definitely drinks like Milwaukee's best.
Oh, he is Milwaukee's best. You know and also, the part that makes me most uncomfortable about this is that he's clearly making eye contact with himself in the Jumbotron.
Yeah, he's staring himself down.
He's like, oh, yeah, dude. Look at these tries. Look at these quads or whatever.
Look, our own Blaze Hunter. Adam, is that you? I know. It looks like me. It does. I do share a resemblance there.
The thing about this guy, he's so comfortable taking his shirt off in a public setting. You just know he does this like 3 times a week.
Dude, he was uncomfortable wearing that shirt.
Sure.
More comfortable with his shirt off.
My 4-year-old's so adorable because I've taught her, like, I'm trying to teach her like toughness, you know, and like,
Yeah.
and so Yeah. Well, no, but every time now, like we do batting practice on the tee, and I'm like, oh yeah, big muscles here. And she always flexes them. She has like zero muscle, just her bone, and she's so proud of it. She's always like, feel my muscle, just her bone.
I bet that guy wouldn't be impressed by your daughter.
He probably would not. Male form corner, indeed.
Yeah.
This is
Welcome back to Male Form Corner, guys. What else is going on these days? Kale, will you let us see what is going online these days? Let's see. We got to talk about this, man. Can you make this the whole thing?
Oh my God, this is
we have to talk about
the worst thing that's ever happened to the internet, to people.
So obviously, we are looking at the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers. This is Steve Ballmer, formerly of Microsoft fame. He has lived such a life and been able to do whatever he wants in such a manner that apparently he has handlers that he goes to basketball games with. And when things get moderately close, I think the Clippers closed the gap to within 8 points at this particular juncture, that he started to aggressively fondle his handlers.
How do we feel about it? There's only one way to feel about this. This is like, I feel like they clearly do not like this. But they also, like this. They clearly don't like it, but they also, it's not the first time this has happened. I mean, look at, they're just like, oh, here we go again.
They're like, they have looks of resignation under their
handlers.
Under
what is he, a puppy?
Well, I mean, you tell me that this behavior is not puppy-like.
I honestly don't know what to say about this. When this popped on the timeline, I was just like, this is honestly, Kale, where we go? We got to keep watching it.
We have to keep watching. I actually am with Kale on this one.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
We watched that one too many times. I had to get that off the screen.
I'm a lot uncomfortable. That is the single most upsetting video I've ever seen to come
so
out
upsetting.
of the NBA.
That is
and
wild.
He's doing that in a public arena.
Yeah.
What is he doing behind the scenes?
That's wild, even for
more
Steve
of that.
Ballmer.
Like this, that's the thing, is that like this man operates at one speed, and that speed is whatever the F I want all the time. Man, Steve Ballmer, what a creep.
Dude, he is a creep. I told you, it was my best take of all time is that Steve Ballmer once read a book when he was young that smart people act eccentric. And so now he just pretends to be eccentric just because he thinks the working class will find him intelligent.
He's a poser.
He's a complete poser. Nobody is that weird.
I think he just has pure raw energy and doesn't know how to act. Like, and then he just like he was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Maybe I'll reach out and grab the two nearest thighs.
Dude, he's like looking too, like he's focusing on where he's gonna hit, and you're like,
pretty high in that thigh connection as well.
So he thinks forcing being weird is a good thing.
I think it is. Yeah, people are like, oh, he's so smart that he doesn't even know how to act. Because his brain is so big.
Oh, man.
We hear it online on online with
developers.
Salute him. Thank you, Steve Ballmer, for the creepiest clip we've ever played. Ken, what else is going on online?
Can we real quickly? Can we bring in on our Steps challenger here, NW Nuggets fan?
Please,
can we bring him on. Just, well, his camera's not on. There it is. Hey, you could comment on these with us. What's your name, by the way, NW Nugs fan?
Yeah. Hey guys, you can call me.
What's up?
Alex is good.
Alex.
Yeah.
All right.
Alex.
What's your feelings on Pacific Northwest native Steve Ballmer?
He is absolutely crazy, and absolutely on drugs this entire time.
I love it. In less creepy news, look at these dogs. Can you believe the height that these dogs are able to?
Wait, what?
I've just watched this over and over. Like, look how high this goddamn dog is able to clear to get this. Look at this!
Oh my God!
It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. How is this dog able to do that? And he walks away unscathed.
Yeah, that's the landing is freaking hard, man. They're gonna break a leg.
Zach LaVine of dogs.
Zach LaVine.
It's impressive.
I don't really have anything to say about this. I was just marveling at what dogs
kind of dogs
do.
are these?
They look like German Shepherds to me.
They
Those
kind
look
of
like German
look
Shepherds.
like they do, but they also don't.
Okay. Well,
All right.
They might, but they also might not be. Okay, great.
I forget what the breed name is called, but it's whatever police dogs are, which are like kind of like German Shepherds, but not actually German Shepherds.
Exactly what I said. They kind of look, but they're not really. I'm right about this.
You're not right by
I
just
am
saying
right
nothing.
about this. Alex,
Kel-
this is how the show goes. I'm always right about something. They
Alex
say
is
I'm
familiar
wrong,
with
and
this.
everybody votes that I'm wrong, and then later on it's proven. Ben Simmons, I'm going to prove it right about this.
No, I'm very familiar with how you feel about the show.
He's very familiar with how the show usually goes.
A Belgian Malinois? Malinois?
I trust that Noah Tucker is right about this. By the way. I'm pretty certain he's right.
If you would have asked me who knows what breed of dog that is, I would have said Noah.
So, guys, tell me if you've heard this one before. Phoenix Suns fans are fighting in the crowds after games.
Yeah.
This time they've taken the fight to LA, and it did not go as well this time as it went maybe last time. The one mistake I think that the gentleman made is that he attacked 4 separate people by himself. How do we feel about the fact that the Phoenix Sun culture has now become synonymous with in-crowd fighting?
My only thought is I'm convinced that half of these Clipper fans in Staples are just paid actors. Like, there's no way there's this many Clipper fans.
Well, I think that everyone in LA is an unpaid actor. They're waiters, waiting to be paid actors.
If you're looking for a gig, like if you're looking to just be like an extra, you can just go to Staples Center. Like, they'll pay you for that.
The best comment I saw on this earlier was somebody was like, Devin Booker, condoned the first fan for fighting, and now all Suns fans think they can fight.
Yeah, it's so true, man. It really is true. Like, you did make a guy famous, and now they all if this guy in his head, if he knocks out like 2 of these dudes, he also gets tickets to the finals.
Yeah.
My other question is, what the hell happened to us as a race, a breed, a species, humans?
You're just now having this epiphany.
Well, no, but I just keep seeing things that make me question it even more deeply. Like we locked ourselves up for a year, and then we all forgot what it is to be around other people. Now all we do is fight at sporting events. What say you, Adam?
What I say is that I'm ashamed to admit this.
Oh no, here it comes.
I love fight videos.
What?
I'm not like a big brainstem guy, ugh. But whenever I see like street fight video or World Star or something, I just get stuck, man. So I'm not gonna lie.
How often are you going to World Star?
Oh, well, I'm just saying they pop up on your feed or something. It's like something
okay.
Here's a fight, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch this fight. And then
Adam, did you buy the old bum fight videos? Was that you?
I never bought these, but
did you just find yourself at a party where they were on?
Of course,
as long as it's on.
The peak of internet fighting videos was Kimbo Slice, though. That was the peak of internet fighting.
Loved those Kimbo Slice videos, man. Loved them. And then he got in the real ring, and then it was terrible. So
the greatest part about Online with D-Line is that we learn more and more about Adam that we didn't want to know. We know that he's a big fan of street fights. All right, what else is going on online? Oh, Monte Morris. Perhaps you've heard of him. He does a remix. He's doing a remix of some song. I don't really know much about it. The one thing I really want to take from this is there's one piece of equipment that is apparently in Monte Morris's living room. Let's look at it together.
You're not going to get him fined, are you?
No. That looks to be a stripper pole. That looks to be a stripper pole that's in the man's living room.
Mac 5 will put him in the earth like a bad vibe. That Mac 5 will put him in the earth.
If you had to bet on one nugget to have a stripper pole in their living room, who
Will
better
Barton.
than
It would have been
Monte
Will
Barton?
Barton.
That's fair.
Monte would have come in second, though. I think he would have come in second, but Will Barton.
Can I throw an old nugget, Gary Harris, into the mix?
Really?
Yeah.
I think Bull would be a contender as well.
He would have a pole, if you will.
Oh my God, that is terrible.
That's the top of the pole.
Yeah, he could install the pole himself at least.
Mr. Nugget, a big
Mr. Nugget,
fan
man.
of a stripper pole, so much so that he had to bring it to his own home. Unbelievable.
It's commitment.
We got
Ty
some
Lawson
people-
had 3 stripper poles in his apartment.
That went well. That turned out well.
Surprising.
That would turn out well, and it also a hookah rig, as we learned.
I have a hookah. I mean, come on.
Adam sent this to me.
I did.
Look at this camera work we saw. Wow, slow motion panning from one side to the other. Cinematic.
The 4K camera doesn't have the same effect when it's just on Bobby Portis's ass.
I like
Doesn't have
that.
the same point effect.
I like that he had the initial shot. And he's like, "We got to get in closer." I don't know if the producer was in his ear or if he took it upon himself.
That's a pretty hilarious shot. I do wonder what the guy definitely spent like 3 seconds, and he's like, "Oh crap! I'll go over here to the side."
Well, yeah, but like the producer or the director, I guess.
This is too many loops for sure, Kale. Like if the other one was too many loops, this one's definitely too many loops.
I don't know. I was getting lost in the sauce, bro. Like I was really into that. Like the more I saw it, the more intriguing it became.
Are you guys trying to attract more female viewers?
Yeah, is it working? Is it working? Can we get one like from a female viewer? Do we have any others, Kale? I can't remember. What else is going on?
Oh, we have lots more.
Oh, well, maybe we don't need to see all of them. Let's see maybe the best by your estimation.
Everybody is appreciating the excessive dive into male form corner this week.
People
Oh,
love it.
look at
I
this.
love this one. Yeah, I love this
From
little
male
guy.
form corner
Oh,
to
yeah.
an adorable tribute to the top human from a little child practicing
Oh,
the
yeah.
Sambor Shuffle. While his form is terrible and doesn't resemble the Sambor Shuffle in any way, this warms my heart.
I wouldn't mind every bad off-balance shot just being called a Sambor Shuffle, even though there's a real Sambor. Just people going forward are like, oh, that looked like a Sambor Shuffle. Not at all. Not at all.
You know, remember when we were talking about like players growing up, like emulating Nikola Jokic's game? Here we go. Here we go. A 3-year-old trying to pattern his game after Nikola Jokic.
Alex, what do you think of this? What's your take on this?
I'm assuming he has some kind of ankle injury, and that's a force.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
I think that's really the only thing to be taken from that. Oh wow, this. Make sure that we can't see the caption here, Kale. This is a big reveal, and everyone's going to be delighted and tickled at the exact same time if you're able.
Did Kale freeze?
No, he's there.
I think he's
trying.
So
I don't know if
we
he
are
knows
about to watch a reveal from the Spanish version of The Masked Singer, which was originally a Korean show that's now been turned into an American show. And the guy that is revealed is well known to NBA.
Big Masked Singer fan, by the way. I love the Masked Singer.
So the Perro
Perro!
doesn't
I've never
Masco
watched
and
this show. Never
Okay.
watched this.
who is it? Oh, I'm on pins
Oh
and
man, the
needles.
anticipation.
Just
I love how
pins.
long it takes. Battleship Potemkin here.
It's Jose Calderon.
Let's go.
None of those people know who that is. None of
No,
those people.
definitely not. So, did I say this was Italian? This must be. Oh, this was Spanish, right? This is the Spanish version of the Masked Singer.
yeah.
Holy smokes! Have you ever been so taken aback by a surprise so great? Jose Calderon.
Who do you think would be the best Masked Singer participant on the current Nuggets roster?
Oh, that's a great question.
Who would have the combination of like good stage presence?
Paul
I mean,
Millsap.
there's a clear answer.
Paul
There's
Millsap.
a clear answer.
Paul Millsap.
He's the only one that would do it, Kale, but I don't think he would be the best at it.
Don't you feel like it's Will Barton? It's Will
I
Barton,
think it
right?
might be Will Barton. Monte,
Well, it might be one of the two guys who's recorded a rap song.
Aaron Gordon.
Gordon. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
two of them.
yeah
Will
that's
Barton.
true.
Will Barton also, like, remember when he was in the dunk contest? He had the Michael Jackson
Thriller. Yeah,
Like he had a whole
Yeah.
thing. He has like he has a certain panache about him that he's willing to donate. I love it.
Well, is that it for this week? Should we tease? Eric, do you want to tease what's coming next
yeah,
week?
well, that's if you want to bring the graphic back up, Kale, Online with D-Line. With D-Line going to become a standalone show. It's going to
too
be
big. It's too big for the DNBA show. We have to make it its own thing.
It's branching out. It's going to feature various members of the DNVR family cracking wise about various clips from all around the sports world, not just basketball. We're going to hear everybody's take about everything that's going online these days. Guys, I can't wait. Who can wait?
Very
I
excited
can't
for
wait.
it, man.
Can't wait.
All right. Hopefully everybody's excited, more excited than it seems on this panel. Buckets, we're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to say goodbye to you now because it is time to put Alex through the torture chamber known as the steps. Are you ready
Holy
for this?
smokes.
No. Terrified. Genuinely nervous. Genuinely nervous.
So if you're new to the show, this is how it works. First 5 questions, you get a sticker pack. If you get them right, you get in a safe zone. Then you can risk your sticker pack to go up to a shirt. If you want to risk that, you can risk it all to get a lifetime membership to DNVR. Get 15 right. Are you ready?
I know I'm going to disappear in a puff of smoke, and I want to say how much I appreciate you guys in DNVR as a member of the Denver Nuggets diaspora. Not even joking, just like thank you guys for everything. But yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna need
ready.
some more confidence out
I
of
was
it.
going to say I appreciate it, but the
Dude.
confidence is also not. It's a little
I've watched
concerning.
this. I've watched this show before. I'm familiar with how hard this
How
is going to
can
get.
we,
Let's do
we
it.
used to give the guests helper. Or is that
Yeah,
not, is that
not
no longer
anymore.
part of the steps?
That's gone the way of the
You're
way.
on your own. You're on your own,
Yeah,
Northwest Nuggets
so
fan.
be all
Let's
right.
go.
All
I'll be
right.
all right.
Question number 1. Which team is representing the Western Conference in the NBA Finals this year?
It'll be the Phoenix Suns.
Ooh,
That is correct.
Let's go.
We are on
Torrey
to
Craig's
number
Phoenix
two.
Suns.
Torrey Craig's
Torrey
Phoenix Suns.
Craig.
Number 2, which Nuggets player was ejected from Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals for a flagrant 2 foul?
Well, Nikola Jokic. Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
I was like, wow, he had it right
That was
to
gonna
be
be hard.
confident if you forgot this
I
one.
was so shocked that we got swept. I was like, "It's the last game." So
Number 3, so far 2 for 2. Kel, don't forget to hide the comments from Alex here so he doesn't.
Bunch of cheaters out here.
I don't have it up.
Cheaters, man.
I don't have
Who scored the second most points per game this last regular season for the Denver Nuggets? Second most per game.
I'm gonna say it was still Jamal.
Ooh, that is correct. he was on the fence about it, but he got it right.
I was on the fence about it too. I was like,
It could have been.
Number 4, Wes Unseld Jr. has gotten an interview with the Washington Wizards, and he's gotten a second interview with which NBA team?
The Orlando Magic, I believe.
That is correct. All right, one more, and we got a sticker pack.
dude,
with
Alex
your name on
cruising
it.
thue this like it's no big thing.
Well,
Terrified.
so was
Really
Lycos. He fell off on number 5. What country is hosting the 2021 Olympics?
Japan.
Hey, he is right.
Hey!
All right, you know the drill. Look at Buckets he's imploring you to take the sticker pack here. Do you want to take it, or do you want to risk your sticker pack and go for that T-shirt?
I gotta go for it.
Let's go. I love
That
it.
lifetime membership is calling my name.
Oh,
I
go,
love that
dude.
he's going to go all the way for this. All right, I
Love
got to
it.
start the music over here as we get to question number 6. What was the Nuggets' opening night starting lineup this season? This may or may not have made an appearance on the fan vote this week.
So we got Jokic, Jamal. MPJ. It's between Will and Paul, but it's Paul. Paul knows that. So Jamal, Jamal, Jokic, Paul, MPJ. Who did I miss?
You missed one. That's why I was like, I think there's only one. There's only 4 players.
It's gotta be Will. Will. He was in there, right? Yeah, he was healthy by then. Will.
He's out there! Get him out there! Gary Harris, opening
It was
night.
Gary
Gary
Harris.
Harris was still with the
Mr.
team.
Nugget, man. He was
Well,
Mr. Nugget at that time.
Yeah, he wasn't.
that
Mr.
time
Nugget.
he was.
He was not Mr. Nugget at that time. He was not Mr. Nugget.
Oh, he
Wow.
was, dude. He
was.
was absolutely Mr. Nugget.
Yeah, he was. He was still Mr. Nugget.
Man, we have 5 and now we have 6. Somebody's
I'm
made
shook.
5, somebody's made the 6. The steps, man, they're not easy.
I'm shook.
They're not easy. You got to come correct. We might have to allow one peek at the comment section, like
We need one lifeline, I think.
one lifeline. I think nobody's winning anything this this off season so far. It's pretty wild.
I am shook. I thought Alex had it for sure.
I thought he did too, man. He let us down, if we're being honest. This was a great show. Shouts to Lyco. Shouts to Buckets. Shouts to Alex. This was it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun week, guys. We enjoy you guys hanging out with us for the duration of this week, doing all the different things. Shouts to super producer Kale. We're back again next week. The NBA Finals will be getting started up. We're going to be getting closer. We should know what happened with Vlatko Cancar Slovenian team. So things are going to start happening. Everybody have a great 4th. You guys got anything before we get out of here?
I just want to say, Alex, I really was expecting a lot more.
You're so disappointed.
You and like,
I had a lot higher expectations for the Northwest population of Nuggets fans. Like the Northwest is usually strong.
I also got to say, Alex, I probably would have gotten that wrong myself. There's
I
nothing
think I
quite
might
like
have too. I think I
there's
might
nothing
have.
quite like the white hot heat of being on the steps.
We do
If he
have
would have
one
watched
more.
the fan vote, though, he would have known it.
Yes,
Noah Tucker,
yes,
who has made it the furthest on the steps, our man,
Chill Deucey.
Chill Deucey.
One
Chill Deucey, our boy.
Yeah. So, all right,
Won the
everybody, have a
cooler.
great weekend. Be safe around fireworks. Don't drink and drive, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys back here on Tuesday next week. Adios.